All right. All right. Just gonna settle some things real quick. Looks like I got one person watching, I think. I don't know. All right, looks like I got 4 viewers. I'm just gonna make sure I get some more people before we get the show started. First of all, for those of you who are around, this is J Dog. All right, trying to get some more people to show up. This is J Dog, and I'm about to begin my live stream, but I'm gonna wait and see if we can get some more viewers. So far, I got 2 viewers. I thought I had 4. Now it's reduced to 2. For those of you who are watching this, it's good that you're here. I'm going to try to see if we can get more people to show up. I'm going using some of my different social media outlets to try to get everyone to show up for my live stream today. But for those who are here, up, we got some people. We got Da Shadow Assassin, Afrocentric, Automatic TV. Yes. Hey, how's it going? I'm just trying to get some more people to show up. Before we get started. But don't worry, don't. I'm trying to make sure I get this show on the road. But I want to try to get some see as much viewers I get as possible first. Let me see so far. And by the way, I'm doing great. Thank y'all for those who have come, who are now here. Thank you for coming. Looks like we have a third viewer, but thank you for coming. There's a bunch of random stuff I probably want to talk about. So basically, this live stream is just about gonna be about some random stuff that has happened recently. Some of it may have been in the news, and then some of it are actually articles that have actually been under the radar. But this stream will be the one that's gonna finally put some light to those topics. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to get as many viewers as possible. All right. Let me see how many people we get in the audience as rough. So we got 4 viewers. All right. I'm gonna wait a couple more minutes and then we're gonna get started with our first topic. It looks like someone is also decided to do a live stream. And I want to see if I get some more people. All right, we got 6 viewers. Kai Man. Nice to see ya. Yeah, we got one of our mods. This is Kaiman, for those of you who don't know. No, I think I should make some of y'all mods that are not mods too. I think some of y'all have earned the role of mods. So Afrocentric, I'm gonna make you a mod, and the same as you, the Shadow Assassin. So I'm gonna get your URLs and put them in the community section of my YouTube channel so I can mod you guys. We'll need to make sure as many mods because there are some different topics that I'm going to discuss. I think one of the things I might talk about is the Tariq Nasheed incident. But before I get into that, I'm gonna try to make some mods first because I bet you if I'm gonna be talking about stuff like that, I'll need as many mods as possible. That was my phone. If you heard some kind of beeping sound, that was my phone. It gave me another notification. Ah, darn it, messed something up, but don't worry, we're gonna get this show on the road. But I need as many mods as possible. All right. I think that about does it. Oh, wait, hold on. Got to make sure the saves. Um, what was I about to say? Afro. Hey, Cat. Nice to see you. The Shadow Assassin, Afrocentric. I want you to type something to make sure if a ranch appears in the comment section. Because I think I've now just modded you, but I want to make sure that the modding has been found. Okay, good. Thank you for typing something and for saying hi to Cat P View 2. So you're modded. The Shadow Assassin. All right, yeah. The shadow should make sure check to see if you when you write something, your name is highlighted with a ranch next to you, because that means you're a mod. Okay, for some reason, the shadow, even though I modded the person, uh, somehow your name is not highlighted in blue. Type something else, the shadow. Okay, I don't get it either. I don't know why, because oh, you know what? I'm not sure if you're all right, I'm gonna try again and put your all right. Now I'm gonna save. All right, now type something again, the shadow, and see if you see a ranch and your name is highlighted blue. Hey, KD. Let me make you a mod too, KD. I gotta make you a mod, definitely. I've been talking with you online for the past couple days or weeks, so I gotta make you a mod too. All right. All right. You don't worry, the shadow. You actually been ranched. I see a ranch on you. You are ranched. You are now officially a mod. All right, KD, you're a mod as well. All right. That's all the modding for now because I really want to get this thing forward. I will anyone who does well will eventually earn mods in the future. Um, but anyway, let's get to work with our first topic. Now, as you know, one of the topics I wanted to talk about, I first of all, I named the stream "What's Going On" because I'm just going to talk about random stuff. It could be about what's going on in the news, a celebrity, uh, important issues, racism, and even I'm going to talk about stuff that's been under the radar. When I mean by under the radar, I mean that mainstream media did not pick it up, but we're going to pick it up because I wanted to talk about something. It could evolve with a certain celebrity and politician, or maybe an everyday person who is going through something. I might even share some articles, and I might even invite some people over when I do a review of some of the topics and how you I want to hear maybe um your say, and I'll then eventually leave a link to the hangout. You know what? I'm actually going to leave a link to the hangout right now. In case if y'all want to come on in and we can make this into a panel. Now, this is as soon as I can. All right. All right. If y'all want to come in, there is the link. And y'all want some say, then I would like company. All right. Just gonna minimize one of my screens here. Oh, and if you do come in, you're gonna have to lower your audio and make sure that nothing is gonna cause no background noise, because first of all, for those of you who are new to my channel, I am J-Dog, and what I do with my channel is I evolve with Black empowerment, business. I sometimes talk about fun stuff like movies, and maybe especially if it's catered to the Black community. That's what most of the things, whether it's entertainment, politics, fun stuff, news, or what's going on the internet that caters to the Black community, I put down. So I put down a link for if you want to like talk. Oh yes, Cap, I will talk about the RuPaul Trump incident, because I'm surprised it, well, technically I'm not surprised that they would not put it in the mainstream media like they did the Stormy Daniels situation. All right, we got K-Dog. So how's it going?
Hey J Dog, how you doing today?
All right. I'm actually doing good. Anyone else wants to show up? Just the link is right there. I'll probably repeatedly show the link. Information man.
What's up?
Nice to meet you.
How you doing, brother?
Hey,
Hey,
how's it
hey,
going?
info man. How you doing? I just want to say, man.
Let me
I just
turn
want to
this.
say, that
Let me turn.
I ain't want to try to argue with you or nothing. I was just pointing out something. You know what I'm saying? Just want to make sure everything was cool.
Nah, brother, I don't be man. Look, man. We men. We're men. We can have disagreements and we can keep it moving. I got nothing against anything, brother. I mean, you spoke your mind. I said some things, but I never had any bad thoughts about what you were saying, brother. I don't take things all personal and stuff, man. We got to be men. We shouldn't take things personal. So no problem, brother. I just came on here to say what's up to everybody. I see Cap and everybody in there. I see True Royal Family. I'm going to be doing a live stream tonight about relationships and Black love at 5 p.m. Western time, which is 8 o'clock Eastern time, 5 o'clock Western time. I guess it's 4 o'clock if you live in the central part of the country. So that's what I'm going to be doing this evening, about relationships and Black love. I have two guests coming on. Sister, I guess she goes by the name Early Girl, and her brother goes by the name Man Delane. That I know them from speaker.com. They do podcasting and they talk about relationships and Black love. So they're going to be my guest on tonight. And we're going to really get into the conversation. We're going to make it real. We're going to make it raw as well. Okay.
So that'll be dope, info man. That'll be dope.
That'd be dope. But what's the topic that you guys are talking about? I just came, no disrespect to you, brothers. I just came on, and what is the topic at hand? Because something's going on with my audio, and I couldn't hear anything.
Well, it's J Dog's show, so I'm gonna let him tell it.
Yeah, no disrespect to you, J Dog. I just want to, acknowledge.
Well, basically, this is just random topics. Now, Cap did point out a topic. I actually talked about it in one of my videos, and it involves with Donald Trump and RuPaul. Okay. Now, of course, they tried to basically bury this thing because I had heard nothing from the mainstream media. That's why when I looked up the article, I was going to people's channels and even live streams. Sorry for anyone that I live streams I may have disrespected, but I just wanted to bring the story out because it could also be another case of where was the LGBT community and Me Too not bringing it up as well. But apparently, now, y'all, everyone knows who RuPaul is. He's a very known, popular drag queen. That, and if, for those of you who know, it's or transsexual. Those are men who like to dress up as women and stuff like that.
I say he's
RuPaul,
one of the original pansexuals. But go ahead.
yes, he was the one that really made it a lot famous. This is a black dude. He was the one that made it even more famous than it was in the past. It wasn't as talked about as much until guys like RuPaul used that for popularity. I think he was also a former model, and I'm not sure any. He technically is also part of the LGBT community. He also has his own show on the Logo channel. Now, if some of you do watch it, that's mostly catered to the LGBT community. It's the drag race. It's a competition for drag queens. He's known for a lot of stuff like that. And then of course,
J Doug, may I make a statement? Just
yes.
a real quick statement, brother. I noticed what you're talking about. They've got some show coming on FX or what have you, one of these channels where they're getting called Pose. What I wanted to just say, just briefly, is I see Pose as a danger to the black community. I really do. It's promoting a particular lifestyle, and once again, they continue to display black men in this sweet cake manner, further trying to destroy our masculinity through the cinema or the movies and the television programs. That's why I oppose it. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that. I know, of course, there are some blacks who are also part of the LGBT that will support it, but we'll just have to let them support it. I mean, as long as it's not bothering me or trying to push an agenda, well, it probably is, but as long as they're not trying to force me to become it, I'm just not gonna watch the show if have no interest in the show.
It's very sad to say, but even the LGBT community has more power than us right now, and that's really a sad state of affairs.
Yes, you're completely right. Damn it, it's a state of affairs.
Now, despite of that, whatever happened to RuPaul, that doesn't mean whatever happened to RuPaul deserves to happen to him if he has done nothing wrong or is basically he just wants to live his life his way. Now, Donald Trump, of course, he's unfortunately the United States president. However, as you know, he has a terrible history of womanizing, even to the point that he's even been accused of rape. A 13-year-old person claimed that when a woman was 13, the woman was rumored to have been raped by Trump. And when she tried to come forward, a lot of death threats were pointed against the woman, and she actually did not come out. Even Gloria Allred and Lisa Broom were trying to help her out, but they couldn't because of the death threats. And then, of course, there's the infamous Hollywood Access tape, the grab them by the pussy, what we thought could have basically ended Trump's chances of being president. Unfortunately, not even that was enough. He is still our idiot in chief. Now, to the real reason why we're talking about these two. There was an article that I talked about where he claimed that RuPaul claimed that Donald Trump touched him inappropriately and that Donald Trump didn't know that he was not a she. So when Donald Trump kept flirting around, he found basically something under the dress that he didn't like. And they said that RuPaul said that he started angrily yelling at him. So number one, that indicates Trump might not be gay and that he doesn't go down that way. And but still, Trump should not be going around just touching people inappropriately. First of all, if this really happened, RuPaul should come forward and try to expose Trump. I mean, look what happened with Bill Cosby.
Let me say something, brother, if you don't mind.
Go ahead. Information.
I agree with you that RuPaul should come out publicly if possible. But let's look at what we're dealing with here. Donald Trump should have been brought down to the floor when it came out that he was touching women. It's been a known fact that he's been putting his hands on women. He's been very sexist, and he's been doing this for a long time. And my thought is, if he's not going down, he's not being brought down over touching women, what make us believe or think that him touching a transgender or a cross-dresser or whoever type person is going to be the nail to put into his coffin when we live in a society today where this lifestyle is becoming chic. It's becoming the new thing right now. So he'll just be looked at as, hey, he's a pansexual. Okay, he's a gay president. I mean, hell, we know that Obama was swinging that way as well. Didn't stop his presidency. They called him the first gay president on the Time magazine. So what make you think that this is going to somehow bring him down like a deck of cards when the man has already been sexually abusive towards women, real women, biological women, you see?
And back to that case of that 13-year-old girl, it is quite funny that the very Gloria Allred is very quiet about this. Why is she quiet against the president and not wanting to bring him down? Wouldn't he be the biggest fish on their plate right now if they actually try to put him on the stand?
True, but I think Trump is executing everything that they want.
Yeah, I know that. That leads to my next question. Where's the support of where's the mainstream media trying to bring this news? In fact, this would if they really wanted to hurt Trump and embarrass him, especially the Democrats, they could use RuPaul to embarrass Trump. Because if Trump does not go that lifestyle, this could be a way to hurt him. This could be a way to embarrass him.
Well,
and
as far as
another thing, where is the support of the LGBT community? And let's not forget, most importantly, the Me Too movement and Time's Up movement. If this is a case of sexual harassment, wouldn't they be on this like they were with Bill Cosby and now Morgan Freeman?
Okay, well, let me make this statement. You remember I'm gonna make it very quickly and to the point. Remember the brother who played at Missouri University? I think he was a linebacker, and he came into the NFL and he got drafted as one of the first openly gay, because there's been many gay men playing in the NFL, but he was one of the.
That would be Michael Sam, correct?
Okay, yes. Now, Michael Sam, when he came in the NFL, everyone kept going on about how he was going to have to deal with prejudice because of his sexuality and what have you, right? And in what case, what happened? He didn't make it in the NFL. Eventually, he got let go. He got released. I think he went up to Canada. But guess what he said? And this is something that we have to keep in mind when it comes to the gay community. Michael Sam came out with an article, I think a couple years ago, and he said that he has experienced more racism, more prejudice from other gay people, particularly gay, white gay people. So in the gay community, there's an upper class and a lower class, and black people, when they're gay in the gay community, they are treated with disrespect and racism by white gay people. Matter of fact, gay white men benefit more than gay black men benefit from the lifestyle and the perks that comes along with it, okay, than black males do. And what I'm basically saying to you, one of the reasons why, in my humble opinion, they have not come in for RuPaul support, because RuPaul is a black drag queen. He's not a white drag queen. He's a black drag queen. So racism still exists and always will, even within the gay community. And Michael Sam himself said that he got more hate letters, more racism coming his way from the white gay community than he did from the black community saying that you shouldn't be gay playing football. Now, this is what Michael Sam said himself, and he is in that community. That's why RuPaul won't get any sort of support, because
I know where this is going. I gotta place this at the feet of Michael Sam and the rest of the black homosexuality.
Hold on. Katie, something's going on with your audio.
But wait a minute though. Don't get off of my point though. The point I'm making is one of the reasons why you're not seeing support for RuPaul, possibly in my hypothesis here, is that within the gay community, and you've had black gay males and as well as lesbian black females talk about this. There is racism, prejudice within their community. And my point is that Michael Sam came out with an article and he stated about the racism that he was experiencing more from the gay white community. That's my point, brother KD, because that plays into why they may not be supporting RuPaul. Even though he's gay and we may not agree with his lifestyle, he's still a black male or a black drag queen or whatever we want to call it. And the racism still exists because if we're going to talk about white supremacy, it controls all systems in this country. All systems, no matter what your lifestyle is, you're going to feel the lash of it. That's my hypothesis, is what I'm basically trying to say.
Well, yeah, of course that's true, and that's a valid point. But what I'm saying is, at some point, I got to place the feet at these very black homosexuals who's trying to cling on to power, and yet when they don't get that power, now they sitting up here pouting. I'm sorry, but it's hard for me to feel sorry for those homosexuals that tried to grab on the power.
No. I agree with you. I'm not trying to make an apology, but
True
I'm giving
welcome, by the way.
He may not be getting support because they have racism within their own damn community, which is why it makes no sense to engage in that lifestyle as a black male or a black woman, in my opinion. It does not make there's no benefit to it.
Yeah, all right, a good point. Now remember, we cannot just if basically let's not forget there's a racist by the name of Mayo Yiannopoulos. He's a known racist, and he's from the United Kingdom, and he is a homosexual, and this is despite the fact that he's married to a black gay male. Oh, and by the way, hey, True Royal family, welcome to the panel.
How you doing? I wanted to piggyback on the Information Man. In fact, I did a video last year about the very thing that you're talking about with that brother that was saying he was treated horribly by the white gay community.
Yes.
And I think I'm understanding you, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Information Man. In fact, he's from Sacramento too, RuPaul. Just to throw that out there. But anyway, I was surprised at first that Michael Sams even admitted it, because what he had did at first, he tried to manipulate the NFL with that stunt where he had his lover there. They had announced on TV that he was drafted, and then they did that passionate kiss. And then when he went through the camp, he couldn't make it. And I was surprised because I had did some research on him, because he got hatred for his father and all this type of stuff. And you could tell that he had totally detached himself away from his own people, even his own personal family. And so I was shocked that came out, and I could pick up his energy. And there is an unquote gay agenda, and some of our folks be thinking, oh, it's all inclusive and free love, the ones that are gay, and they're not fully understanding that white gays, they white first because they want to continue to reap the benefits in this dead white supremacist system. And I even privately talked to a sister that used to be in the gay community, and she talked about the manipulation and everything. Also, I piggybacked off of that video, and that this video is still up too, where this sister was a part of the gay community, and I think she was a journalist, and she was a draw. Mm-hmm. She could draw people. So that further helped fulfill their agenda, and they had put a lot of money behind her to write in this magazine and stuff, and it just hit her one day. She was talking about all the underhanded stuff that they were doing, what she was doing. She realized how she was being used, and the ironic thing was, she was very specific. She said gay black men, not what gay black men, excuse me, gay white men, middle age and older, were funding this stuff, pushing this agenda. When she finally realized, hey, I'm doing something wrong here, she had her cleansing and spiritual experience, so she kept it core. And then when she kept it core, the money dried up and everything else. One more thing. There was an incident in Seattle, Washington, where this gay white woman falsely arrested an elderly black man because he was using a golf club as his cane. He couldn't afford it. And
I didn't hear about that.
Yes. And her unquote lover, wife, or whatever, they were breaking up, and she finally spilled the beans and told the truth, because she would come home and tell her how she would deliberately go out of her way to search black men, arrest them, try to hurt them in any kind of way that they could. She was talking about how violent she was and everything. And even the brother, and y'all give me his name, the one who did that, killed a few folks, he was a cop up in Southern California. He had put a manifesto out, and they were doing everything they could to hide that manifesto because it told core as truth in the police community. And he was talking about specifically in part of that manifesto about what these gay white women are doing. See, the thing is, and I knew this was going to happen. I made a prediction. They get away with a lot of shit. It would be like the Jews. You can't even have a fair argument with a fake Jew because they want to say you anti-Semitic and all that type of stuff like that. They'll throw that shit up in your face. And then the unquote white gay community will do it. But what they will do is they will use black people as the poster child of whatever agenda that they're trying to push. And our folks don't even know that they're being used. And the only one that I have the utmost respect for is Mr. Baldwin. He was black first and gay. And like information man saying, we may not agree with their unquote choices, but it furthers, hopefully it further let even our brothers and sisters that are gay realize your ass is being used, and in this system they're gonna use whatever they can use to try their best to keep maintaining what they want to maintain, because it's over for them. It's totally over. It really is. And then and I'll be quiet after this. And they even the black gays started trying to hijack Black Lives Matter, because after they didn't help other organizations get to where they want, they kicked their ass out. And they was like a man with no country, because we have been, not all, because I got some in my family, we have been shunned by our gay brothers and sisters, and they trying to convince us, no, they're fair, they're this and that. And all they doing is using them for whatever they want to use them for, and also fulfilling their sexual fantasies and fetishes. Thank you for letting me speak.
All right, that's nice. Now I know that there are some black gays, even some that I think followed on YouTube, that they are black first. I think Gatsu Kudo is one, and I forgot who else. But yeah, there are some black gays who realize that there's even racism in the gay community, and that they're still trying to fight for black empowerment, other than trying to just fight for just only the LGBT, because the LGBT, at least the non-blacks, they can, when they're fighting discrimination, they can hide their sexual orientation. Mm-hmm. But black people, we cannot hide our religion. We cannot hide our sexual orientation, because when racist cops pull us over, they see our skin color first. See, we cannot hide behind other groups. We're the only group in America, because of racism, we cannot hide under nationality or any other type of group. It just not can't happen.
I want to ask you something, real quick. Are you from California?
No, I live in Virginia.
Okay. Information man, are you still there?
Oh, I think he's been muted.
Okay. I want him to help me with something. Okay. You can help piggyback me on this. Information man. Remember when during the elections, when Obama was first running for president, in different states, during that major election, people are voting for different things. Well, here in the state of California, they had a bill that they was trying to push about making it okay to get married, same-sex marriages. And they campaigned really hard, and it was voted down. And the white gays really showed themselves. They really showed themselves. I read this article, and I mean, it was full of venom. They blamed us 100% for it not going through, and they said that they know that more people had voted ever because Barack Obama was on. This would be the first time we would possibly get a black president, and I mean, they went in. They couldn't hide it. They was uncontrollable, just venomous. And then on top of that, what pissed me off was the voters spoke. It take a lot of money to run these campaigns. Those are our taxpayer dollars. Do you know that they reversed this shit? They're gonna fulfill their agenda no matter what. Do you remember that information, man?
Yes, I do. I remember that the voters of California were against gay marriage. I think it was Gavin Newsom who was the mayor at the time, or became the mayor right after Willie Brown, if I'm not mistaken. And San Francisco took it upon themselves, even though the voters said they didn't want it in this state. It was San Francisco that took it upon themselves as one of the first cities in this country to say, well, we're willing to marry a lot of people that are gay. And then you had floods of people that were gay that came from all over the country into San Francisco getting married, like whatever her name, had the TV show. I can't stand her, but I can't think of her name, but it doesn't matter. You had gay people coming from all over the country into San Francisco getting married. And then I think there was a controversy because I think they invalidated the marriages. And then, of course, when President Obama came in, which is why they put him on the damn Time magazine or Newsweek or whatever.
It was a couple of things going on. What people don't realize, and you can back this up for me, yes. A lot of people look at California, especially up here in the Bay Area, that they are so liberal, so liberated, and all of that stuff. It's more Republicans in the state of California than ever because we got some very wealthy people in Southern California. Well, that's where Hollywood is.
Yes.
And stuff. And you got these wealthy white men that want to push their agenda. So they didn't care about us taking the time to vote. Because I said the people spoke, and then the gay community, they got to pass again. The gay community gonna go after us because for years they've been trying to say, like J Dog was saying, you can't tell if a person is gay or not all the time, but you can damn sure tell that we are black. So they have always tried to align themselves with us, saying that we suffer together from the first. From pain and plight and getting rejected and all of that. And from day one, we have rejected it, but still we got some knuckleheads talking about they don't see color and stuff. And the thing is, that prediction came true. I had predicted in 1986 that I said the gay community discriminate too. They had a story up here in the Bay Area. A brother went to a gay bar up here in San Francisco, and then the owners, which was gay, white men, threw him out. They keep getting a pass. Then another gay guy got a cake, and he went out of his way to put fag or something on the cake, and was going to try to. And it was a brother too. I think he was a pastor, and he got busted because when they seen the cake on the camera, that wasn't even wrote on it and stuff. So my point is, they keep getting passes about their fuckery, but again, we in the age of exposure, and they on their way to being exposed too. But see, some things, when they can't explain it away, what they will do is redirect the masses' energy and want us to start looking at something else. These people are disingenuous, and like information said, we are the black media. We got to keep putting it out.
Let me just say something right quick, because California right now is pretty much a quote unquote Democratic state right now. The Republicans don't have a lot of control at the government level in terms of this government level with this building where I live close to, but they still have influence in the state. What I'm saying to you is that the white supremacy works on the left and the right. These liberals are also just as bad as the Republicans, Queen, because San Francisco, I've lived there for many, many years, and they labeled themselves as the city of liberal, being diverse. It's all bullshit. Gay people control the board, everything. When Willie Brown, who I know personally, when he was mayor, he was given hell by many of the white gay males and women that were on the board in San Francisco, because remember when he wanted to bring the jobs in the mall to the 49ers stadium back in the day, Queen? Well, he got hell for that because the white folks, the so-called liberals, they didn't want anything that was going to benefit black people in Hunters Point, because they already knew that they had plans for Hunters Point, which is they're going to take it. They want to take it all. And if you are a white male in San Francisco and you're gay, you have privilege. They control the government. They control everything that happens. Black folks have no power in San Francisco whatsoever, in California, period, right now, or did not never have. And
let me point something out. That's going to backfire on them, and it's happening now. Now, information is right. They are like gods here in California and stuff. And in San Francisco, period. They have been pushing out black folks or any po folks to go move somewhere else because they want that whole city to themselves. But where they shot themselves in the foot, let me tell you where they shot themselves in the foot.
And where would that be?
Well, since they pushed families out, they have been closing down schools in Northern California. And I don't know about Southern California. And when you closing down schools, you're not getting federal dollars. So they got to come to a decision, because like Dr. Francis Questis Welding said, the gay community is dead before they start because they can't reproduce themselves. And it ain't enough folks that it's not all of them adopting on a high percentage level. And so they're in a big dilemma. When you start closing down 5 and 6 schools and, elementary, junior high, and high school, that's taking federal dollars. And I said, eventually it's going to hit them so hard. I call it the law in nature. Eventually they're going to start pinpointing, you know what, y'all the cause of this shit. Just like I'm saying about this white woman. It may not happen overnight, but when they are not getting the color that they worship the most, which is green, because they're all about their bottom line, and then it's the pointing fingers. So if you look deeper into it, they essentially shot themselves in the foot, pushing families out.
Yeah, that's
the thing. Basically, from Jason Black said that and even Phil the Advice Show said that we're mostly done in California. The only blacks that could survive there now are the gangbangers who are still trying to protect their area, and the Hollywood black folks. But basically,
let me say something. The gangbangers and black folks who live in some of these kind of communities, they're going to be gone as well. I lived in San Francisco, and I watched the Fillmore area change. They got rid of the high-rise projects. They got rid of the low-income housing. They start bringing in the more expensive housing. Then the demographics changed. White folks start moving in. It's happening all across this country. Even if you go to LA and you go to I was talking to where is real Aaron Collins? He says down there in the in the LA area where they're going to build that stadium, right? That new stadium for the Rams and the Chargers, that they're already doing everything to redevelop the area, which is going to push Black people out of that area. Black folks are being pushed out. They don't care about us. We're not relevant to them. Black folks are damn near non-existent in San Francisco. The Black population in Oakland has decreased by 25% because people are moving further and further. Now, where I live at, you have a lot of people moving down to the Sacramento, California area, moving further and further away because of the expensive and cost to live in the Bay Area is too damn expensive. And people are being pushed out further and further out as everything is being gentrified. White folks want the cities back. They're coming back into the cities. They want the convenience of transportation. And I'm going to tell you who's the most wealthy individuals in this country, besides those obvious that are rich and billionaires. White gay males have the largest income in this society because we know that men verbatim make more money than women. And we know why: sexual discrimination, blah, blah, blah. So white men in San Francisco, they control the politics, they control the government, and they affect us. This is why I was saying earlier, it does not benefit anyone being gay, anyone Black to be gay, because they get nothing from the gay community because the gay community is racist towards them. Roop Hall will be left to his own winds. They don't care about a Roop Hall. They care about how he can make them money on their networks.
Oh, another poster child.
Yes.
Well, this goes right back to the two main points that's being talked about. The Blacks that tried to latch on to something that they were never going to benefit from, and this garbage illusion of inclusion. So I don't know why Blacks try to latch on to something that really wasn't theirs in the first place, and then cry like little bitches when they get left out of it. They should have peeped that a long time ago. And they were sitting here trying to run away from this whole oppression and racism, turning around and got oppressed themselves. So I don't know why they was trying to latch on to something that did not really belong to them.
If you think about
I think
it,
it's fear.
I think fear has... Black people in general, sometimes we do latch on to things. 1 minute we're saying we're Native American. Then we're saying we're Puerto Rican. We want to be every damn thing but what we are, and that's Black. You know, we're trying to find ourselves. And we're the only people that were brought into this part of the world, as we know, modernly under the slavery system, which stripped us of language, stripped us of culture and identity. And ever since, we've been trying to find our identity, which is why Black people, we latch on to all sorts of things. Religion, I'm just going to keep it real with you. Cultural identity. We love it when that's why Black folks, we love to order the the ancestry.com, which is a bunch of hoax. And then when we get that test, we get excited and say, oh, I got some German blood in me. Oh, I got some Native American, or I got some English blood in me. Right? We get excited. Anything that's not Black, we get excited about. I'm going to get off the panel because I got to prepare for my live stream later on this evening in a couple hours. And I'm just going to listen and enjoy what you're doing here, brother.
Oh, thank you. By the way, before you leave,
this is what I wanted to tell you, Queen, and everybody can hear this. They are messing with us, Queen. I know for a damn fact that I subscribe to your channel. I hit the bell and hit notification on your other channel. Well, guess what? Today I was going through my Google Plus and just happened to see your video, so I decided to check it out. And as soon as I hit it, guess what happened? It had me as a non-subscriber, and it had me with no bell notification. And I know damn well that I had subscribed to your primary channel, and I had subscribed and hit the bell, and all of a sudden I'm unsubscribed and unbelled. And I know damn well that my black fingers did not touch your platform and unsubscribe myself. So that's
the thing.
That happened to me last year on Mr. Superboy's channel. He got some old channels, and I had subbed to all of them. And when Mr. Superboy, because we talk off and on, but not often. And I told him, I said, Mr. Superboy, I subbed to all of your channels, and in my feed, you're not there at all. And I had to resubscribe back to all of his channels. And if you also notice, when I did my hangout yesterday, the first hangout, Lisa Cabrera was in there. She didn't have the blue wrench. And I'm like, I'm having to, they undo stuff. I even think, like, when you see that one thumbs down, I'm thinking that, you might be thinking that's someone that can't stand you. I think it's YouTube. They blatant with they shit. They real blatant.
Basically, True Royal, it's about disconnecting. That's what the problem is. I was about to tell Information Man that I just modded him, but I guess he's gonna be busy fixing with his own live stream. So yeah,
J-Dog, I have modded people during the live stream.
So did I. Matter of fact, I'm actually modding people right now.
Let me tell you what happened. I be remodding people during the live stream, and they'll make another comment later on. I don't see the wrench. Okay, then I'll remod them and I'll see the wrench, and then they'll come back again and it's gone. And I'm like, damn, they doing it right before our eyes, because I think it happened on Keith Newsom's channel. They had control of all of their stuff. See, people didn't believe me when I said I was hacked twice, and people can literally take over your channel and you can't get in it. And you watching them have a field day with your stuff. And the thing is, we are sensitive people for a reason, because what has happened to us, Mr. Superboy repeatedly been telling us that YouTube has a season for everything. And I have seen people have a biggest fight because they think they didn't block them. They think they didn't sub from them and everything. And I'm like, slow down and listen. You should know by now. This is all by design. They don't want us to educate each other. They don't want us to fellowship with each other, heal each other and everything. So they working overtime. And then next thing you know, somebody gonna argue about, I didn't get a blue wrench. Somebody came to my channel, and I guess people didn't say hi to him long enough. You would have thought he wrote a whole book. Some people don't just sit and look at the screen. They might be cleaning house or doing whatever, got headsets on, taking a walk. We need to cut all that. That's just a waste of energy and time. If you don't know, you never will know.
Well, that's a huge problem. Basically, it's one of the things about warfare. You stop communication. That's one of the ways to defeat your enemy, is to basically destroy any kind of communication. Look YouTube. They're flagging people. They're allowing flaggers to flag, false flag. They're allowing people to basically just troll. Matter of fact, I had numbers of trolls whose comments I have to delete. Yeah, I'm starting to get trolls now, and I think it has something to do with a topic that I will talk about later. That I've gotten, one of my videos has gotten the most views as lately. And now they're even trying to get the ISPs to start messing with not just channels, but with websites. That's why the Senate voted against the repeal of net neutrality. Some people in the Senate value the freedom of speech and communication because the net neutrality, what Ajit Pai over at the FCC is trying to do is allow corporations that are involved with internet providing to block and throttle websites that can't pay enough or don't follow their agenda. That's another way they're trying to destroy communications.
You would seem to think that, with all the prestige, all the wealth, all the military, all the laws that's been pushed against them, but yet we still remain the biggest threat. Because the truth is, they know what kind of power we have when we tap into it with each other. I mean, that's just the flat out truth of it. They're showing their fear by pushing it on us, with all these laws that being pushed and all these redlining and all this anti-black code words and stuff. I mean, again, when I do not feel sorry for any black person that's tried to latch onto this illusion of inclusion and then bitch and moan when they don't get their way. I'm sorry. This is what
something's wrong with your communication.
Crawling over there.
You know what, KD, you absolutely right. When like we are constantly putting up videos where black folks is shocked at how racist these people is. Like they had an incident a few weeks ago. A brother wanted to get a refund on some store that called Hobby something, where they're Christian, like they're a Christian based store, and they're so so religious. Just put it that way. And the brother said that it hurt his feelings, you know. And or you'll see a story where some black kid, they live in suburbia, and he didn't looked at a white girl the wrong way, or something didn't happen, and we're shocked. I don't get it. We got to be past that. We got to have a higher conversation. We shouldn't be talking about this in the next 5 years. We know how the enemy gets down. And so while we are talking about it, what we have to say is, okay, since we know that this also is going on, then we should discuss how we're going to deal with it and react to it, and stuff, because you'll at least walk away having some type of strategy, opposed to we're just venting and purging this bullshit. It has to be some more energy around it, you know, because we'll have these conversations and it's like we ain't came up with no solutions or anything, and we can't worry about the masses. Just the folks right here as we speak, they are enlightening. They know what's going on. We aware of it. All we can do is put the information out and continue to expose them, but stop acting so shocked about what the enemy do. They do. I keep saying over and over, everything that they doing, this is what they supposed to do. I don't care how horrible it is. And the question I ask, what are we doing about it?
That's good to hear. That's good to hear, True Royal family. Now I'm looking at the comment section. Yes, Kaiman. When I talked about the FCC situation, yes, it's an Indian guy named Ajit Pai that currently is the head chairman. There's a number of chairmen because they have to do like a vote on what goes on with the FCC. And the head chairman, which is like the big boss right now, appointed by Trump, is Ajit Pai. Now some good news with the FCC situation is that the Senate has voted against the FCC's repeal, because there's even white folks who are against the FCC's plan of net neutrality repeal. So especially both liberal and some conservatives. So basically, because this can affect even their community. So and there's now governments of state governments that are now passing state laws to enforce net neutrality, so that everyone could still have communications and be able to work on channels just like this. So that's good news to hear. Now they have to hear the House. Now the House has to do their vote, so that can go to the president, and hope that some way the president doesn't veto it, and hope that they have power to override his veto.
What we got to realize is when they doing those things, they don't have us in mind at all. They're not going to ever do anything for us. We need to stop wasting our energy hoping and wishing and praying what they're going to do for us, and we need to be doing for ourselves. We don't have to ask these people permission to do anything. We can build our own communities, have our own schools, our own hospitals. I'm not saying don't pay attention to them. Pay attention to what the enemy is doing. My father always said, read the enemy's paper, watch the enemy's news. You'll know what's going on. But don't ever think that they got us in mind. As far as they're concerned, we don't even exist, and we are an irritant to them, and they wish they could just wipe us all out. They're not there for us. It is useless to vote.
And I just want to say this to J Dog. I mean, the whole United States of America is not really a country, folks. It's really a corporation. So they're gonna go to the interests that have the biggest dollars at hand. And whoever has the biggest dollars at hand, that's where their influence is gonna go.
That's another thing. That's why it's also an important thing. One of the ways we could fight back is voting. Now, Pete, I hear now some of you may disagree with me that that voting don't matter and whatsoever, but I do watch this guy named New Possibilities. We have to vote, go and vote. We have to use our political strategy, even if we don't have a political power. The one type of political power we do have is the right to vote. our ancestors have died for us to have rights to vote. Now, the next thing is after the voting or during the time before you vote is the demanding an agenda. If you want to make sure your politicians do things that's going to favor you, you're going to have to start going to town halls, or at least start looking up the policies and also make demands. Otherwise, you're not going to vote for them. Sitting out and voting, yeah, it makes some kind of statement, but also at the same time, if you don't vote, the risk will be that more people that are against Black people will be in office and will put laws to destroy us. Why do you think they focus so hard on our ability to vote and try to get rid of our right to vote? And there is even a story I want to talk about it.
But this is where new possibility. This is what new possibilities is missing. All due respect to him, but if you don't have any economic power to sponsor such politician that will lay out the demands for us, I mean, we gotta sponsor these politicians. Let's be real. We gotta lobby for such politicians that's gonna fight in our affairs.
Yeah, we gotta invest in it. You have to be involved. Right. Because people will say, "Okay, yeah, we're gonna go vote." Okay, and they always go to our communities at the last damn minute to get our vote, and we just seen an example of it where it's trying to vote in a damn child molester. And the question that I ask is, okay, if you go ahead and vote for whoever politician in your state, how is it going to change our immediate situation now? See, what happened was that last special election, the guy that they voted in, and I even showed it. It was a sister and a couple of brothers, and they were interviewing them outside. And this one sister, she was just all elated, thinking, okay, we vote, this guy gonna take care of this and that for us. And he said right there, I work for the people. That was coded. Basically, he was letting her know, I'm not helping y'all at all. And see, what they'll usually do if we vote somebody in office, one of these caucasoids, and back them, what they'll say is we have to wait. It ain't no time to wait. They've been telling us to wait for years. So the thing is, that's people's thing if they want to vote. But my thing is, what about our immediate situation, what we need to be doing? Because all we're doing is we're just pigeonholed it. And then when the next election come, here they come again. It's like when Hillary Clinton came up here to Oakland, California, this bitch come up here with hot sauce in her purse. You know, she go into all the church and stuff like that. And that's an insult. They will never, ever, if we don't learn, we'll never learn. Nobody shouldn't even be out here homeless or anything. They don't even give a damn about their own. So why y'all think that they give a damn about us? The reason why I'm so passionate about it, we're putting our energy in the wrong entity. We need to put our energy in ourselves. We need to invest in ourselves. And we need to stop talking about what we're going to do, because the enemy going to continue to do what the enemy going to do. And we are a laughing stock throughout the world, because folks know from overseas that the first thing they have to do is set up shop in our neighborhoods, and we're buying homes for their kids. We are putting their kids through college. We're helping them open up other businesses and all of that. So we have to really look at core ass truth. How do those people overseas know to come to the Black community? How do they know that? That's telling me, and we got to look at it, that there's some stuff about us that is, I'm not saying we weak, but that we're messing up at. And I use a statement I said to my husband a long time ago: never let a man know your strength or weaknesses. Always keep them wondering and thinking. And that goes to the whole royal family, period. These people are predictable and all of that and stuff. So I would hate for us, and you're right, you can invest your money in a politician. I would hate for us to invest all this money and they do the opposite, which they usually going to do.
That's why
this goes right back to the whole civil rights illusion. Yeah, we may have had the power to vote, but what did it get us? Absolutely nothing.
That's why when you vote, or if you're going to vote, you also have to hold your vote hostage. You got to figure out first of all, you got to figure out the politician, and then also, if you happen to speak to that politician, you have to demand something, and you have to tell them, if you're not going to do this for my community, I will not vote for you.
And the only way to demand it, in for folks that want to vote, is to sponsor such a politician after they're vetted. You don't do that, your word and your vote means nothing.
Yes.
They don't follow empty words. They follow checks. I said, if you want me to back this such policy, where's the check at? I'll back it. That's how they act.
Yes. If you can go to a town hall meeting or do a call in or something like that, do that. That way the politicians will hear and know that if you ain't going to do something for us, we're not going to vote for you. We're going to vote for the other guy. And this whole, the less of two evils, we do not need this less of two evils. Not only is there's a current war going on between Democrats and Republicans, there's a war going on within the Democrats. You have the establishment Democrats and you have the progressives. The progressives are the grassroots people who do want things like criminal justice reform, Medicare for all, free college, minimum wage increase, even some stuff that black people want. I mean, some of them. But you have the established Democrats, including the DNC by the name of Tom Perez, who wants to push these establishments that do nothing for anybody. They're the blatant racists that they're the racists that they don't go open about it, they are covert about it. So what the progressives are doing is they're trying to put up candidates, some black, some white, that another thing is corporate money. You said that we need to invest. Corporations invest in politicians.
And so that's exactly what we need to do. We need to invest in them as well. This is nothing but a money game. No, the whole political system is nothing but a money game. Now, I'm not even the one that I'm not the one that sides with voting. I'm more along sides with the royal queen. I'd rather just do my own shit and leave the voting system up to its own devices. But for those that want to vote, you really think that your word alone, without any check to any politician, is going to work? You're sadly mistaken.
All right, Kyman just put up third party. That's a good thing. Yes, you don't have to always vote for just Republicans and Democrats. There are independents, Green Party, and then one thing Phil suggests that we should start doing is forming our own party. Yes, that's exactly right, Kyman.
Money for those
we need to start investing in our own political party. So, Kyman, that idea about a third party, that's another thing that people should start doing. And for third parties, fourth parties, fifth party, sixth party, seventh party, eighth party, whatever. If you're tired of just only Democrats and Republicans, yes, help finance your own political party or just your own write-in a person.
And for those who participate in voting, they're going to have to put money behind that movement. Otherwise, it's going to die.
Yeah. An example of where this can go wrong is basically a black guy who was a Bernie supporter was approached by a Breitbart reporter saying, because why don't you just vote for Trump or don't vote at all, which is very stupid. This black guy, and I think I have an article on it that I might want to share if I can find it.
While you're finding that, well, basically, because me and KD are saying the same thing. we're always we're always in a position that we have to go ask our enemy to do anything, even like when we were talking about reparations. And it's like my mother used a statement when I was a child. She said, never beg a motherfucker for shit, because they get some type of satisfaction, especially like somebody like Trump. You can't say good enough to him. He wanted to hear that how wonderful he is every second and stuff. And my point is, and everybody got their own opinions, is I respect everybody's opinions, because I would not want people to agree with me 100%, because it keeps everybody thinking and all that type of stuff. And there, there's a way to effectively disagree, which we're not doing it here without assassinating each other's character. But what I'm saying is, we know how they get down. And yeah, we can go get, we can even set up another party. We don't have to ask permission for that anyway. They have already have their establishments for almost for centuries. And they got the government and the unquote shadow government. And the shadow government is the one that are the shot callers, and everybody else is puppets in their face. So to me, it's redundant to keep going to the enemy. It's the only way that I can put it is the enemy got a big ass, no, I'm gonna call it napalm, what they use in the war, where it blows off fire. They blowing pierce flames in our face. When we keep walking to it, we're gonna still get the same results. We got to, like Farrakhan said, do for self, because we're doing it. It's our duty and responsibility. We're putting ourselves in a holding pattern and wishing and hoping and praying. Then the other part, when it comes to money, Black folks look at money totally different from white folks, because we don't get much of that. And could you imagine what kind of war we would have? We'll put our money into a politician, and they will not do nothing in our behalf. So we're not willing to part with our money like that. We're just not willing to. We got to be honest about these things. So we're banging our head on the wrong beast. And I don't even care if these even other parties are still whites. White, that the nature of the enemy, they can call themselves liberal, they can call themselves everything. At the end of the day, wait till some drama pop out, and that beast will come up out of them.
All right, what the Royal Queen just explained, we need to get away from this bullshit illusion of inclusion. They're never gonna share their power with us. So we need to just do what, like Farrakhan said, do our own shit. Period.
All right, I just put up. Can y'all see in the screen an article I got from the Atlantic Star?
Let's see.
All right, I put up an article. Yeah, this is the person I wanted to talk about. This guy right here was tricked to helping the Trump's campaign urge Black folks to stay home or vote for Trump. He was a Bernie Sanders supporter who was not happy with the result of Hillary. Hold on, something happened. I hate when they do that, these websites.
Say it like something's hammering at my uterus, even when it's not my period. Painless sex.
All right, sorry. I want to apologize to everyone who is watching this. They don't even have it where I could just shut this thing down. That this is just. I'm sorry for the background noise. I'm very sorry about that. So, yeah, this guy was tricked into convincing Black folks not to vote or to go for Trump. He succeeded because, unfortunately, Trump won. And he's a Bernie Sanders supporter. And this was all because he was angry about the DNC rigging the primaries against Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton's fair. Now, yes, I understand he had a right to be angry about Bernie Sanders being cheated by Debbie Wasserman Schultz. And now you have Tom Perez people are hating him, but there are some progressives that are able to win their campaigns to go get at Tom Perez. But this guy right here ended up going the Trump route and trying to do this whole campaign with the Trump party to basically stop black people from voting, which unfortunately worked, and the result helped Trump get elected. And then when he asked for favors, they end up looking into his past, and he has some backgrounds, I think a criminal past or something, and they just discard him. See, this is another thing. We cannot let political campaigns and parties manipulate us and basically mess with us. That's an issue that's going on in the black community, where because we are the biggest voting bloc, we are easily manipulated into doing stuff just because of something. What do y'all have to say about that? Anyone? Hey, what happened? It looks like some of y'all left. All right. Apparently you guys have left the panel. If I don't know what happened. If y'all want to come back in, I have the panel here. Oh, okay, I understand. Infoman has the show coming up. All right. Okay, I understand. All right. Well, anyway, all right. Are anyone still around? All right, who's still here? Nah, I don't think it's a malfunction. I think some of them. I think Infoman has about to start his chat. His show. I might go there. But I'm gonna probably finish up with a couple of topics. Okay, S. Wiseman. Hold on. Sorry about that.
Sometimes I have to call in sick. Kinda. Say it like something's hammering at my uterus.
Sorry about that.
Speak up. Actually, it's all terrible.
I'm trying to figure out where that's coming from.
Or pain with sex. Ask your gynecologist if it could be endometriosis. 1 in 10 women have it, yet many don't know it. Learn more at speakendo.com.
All right, we're finished with this article. So yeah, anyone still here? Now I just put in a new link if anyone wants to come in and probably join True Royal Family and KD. They left because they're gonna go see Information's thing. So, but if anyone else wants to come in, I'll leave the link. If y'all want to come in and join the conversation, but that's all up to you. So, because right now I'm about to get into the next topic, and that is if anyone is still here. So, put in the comment section if y'all still here, and also I have the link if y'all want to join in. Yeah, just put it in the comment section if you're here or not. Because if anyone is here wants to watch it, we'll continue. Yeah, if you want to jump in, I put in the link, hit that link, and you can join in through there. If not, then I understand. I'll just talk alone And if anyone is still here watching this video, I will continue. Yes, I will continue. All right. As Wiseman, okay, the Shadow, you here. All right. We will go on with the next topic. And that is the one that people is talking about. And that is the Tariq Nasheed situation. That was a topic I did want to talk about. I was hoping that True Royal Family and KD was still here because but if y'all have anything to say about it, just click on. All right, good August stream. All right, but if y'all want to come on to the panel, create a new panel, and maybe have your say about the Tariq Nasheed situation on the comment section, I put down the link. Hold on, I'm gonna make this a little bit easier. All right, I'll put down the link that if y'all want to come into the comment section, I'll put down the link. I'll put down a couple links if y'all want to come in and maybe have your say on the Tariq Nasheed situation. All right, we got someone named Kelvin. How you doing? Hello, Kelvin. How you doing? Can you hear? I don't know. Something's going on with the audio. Can anyone hear me or the individual? Kelvin Harris. Thank you for joining me. Everyone, state your name. Yeah. Okay, you can hear. Okay, you can hear me, but someone came in by the name of Calvin Harris, and Calvin Harris is just joined the panel, but I can't hear what he's saying. He's not speaking up, or she, whoever. I know some people can hear me, but I just want to know. All right. All right. Yeah. Does anyone know who this Kelvin Harris is? Oh, okay. The individual has left. All right. But like I said, if you want to join in the conversation, just hit the link. If you're having troubles trying to, if you do want to hear, come in the link, but you having trouble, I don't see anyone on your panel. Yeah, I understand, August Stream. Yeah. August Stream. If you want to join, and like I said, if you want to join in August Stream, just put in the link in the Google Hangout. And if you want to have your say, then just click on that and you'll be able to join in. Okay, this Kelvin Harris is joined, but is rejoined. So
hey,
what? I can hear you
hello?
now. Yeah, this is J Dog.
Hello.
Hey, I can hear you. It might be something going on with the your audio because people can hear me. Oh, it looks like you've been muted for some reason. Unmute yourself. All right. Oh, and make sure that the audio of your video is turned down a little bit so that it doesn't cause an echo. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who this Kelvin person is. How you doing?
Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Just state your name and tell us something so that people can hear. Shoot, looks like you left. Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I hope it's not YouTube doing something. Yeah. You should send the link through email. Okay, that'll be good. Except I don't know people's emails. Yeah, I'll have to know your email to send you a link to the yeah, I'll have to know your email account so that I can send the link. I'm not sure either, August Stream, because looks like that person was having trouble trying to get into the chat. Something was probably wrong with the audio, and someone was trying. I guess. But anyway, I'm just gonna go back to the Tariq. Oh, information. Nice to see you in the chat room. Yeah. Yeah, we're just going through a technical situation, or just but I'm glad to see you. Good to see you too, KD. If y'all want to rejoin, just click on to this link right here, and that's fine because I'm about to talk about the Tariq Nasheed situation. All right. Now for that situation. So everyone knows about the his house being raided by the FBI. Does anyone in the comment section know about the story? Hold on, what's that? Y'all talking about Cynthia G? Oh, okay. All right. Well, tell you the truth, I really do not want to talk about Cynthia G right now on this platform. That's not my focus. So yeah. Cynthia G will have to be another time or someone else's time. Yeah. Okay, I hear y'all talking in the comment section about Cynthia G. But let's not focus on Cynthia G. Let's not give I'm not here to talk about Cynthia G, good or bad. Whatever's going on with Cynthia G, that's another time. That's another situation, or that's a situation concerning her. I'm not going to be talking ill will about Cynthia G or Cynthia G anyway. That's not the concern. Welcome back, KD.
Hey, J Dog, nice to be back with you.
Yeah. Yes. I hear you're talking about Cynthia G, but I really do not want to focus about Cynthia G. Whether you like her or not, or whether people disagree or agree with her or what she talks about on her platform, that's not what we're here to talk about. All right, I'm trying to do a platform that does not go around just attacking other YouTubers, especially if they have not done anything to me. So I just want to focus on other topics. I do now. As for Tariq Nasheed, I do want to talk about his situation because you all heard that Tariq Nasheed had his house raided, and I bet you hear about that too, KD.
Yeah, and that whole situation was horrible. I mean, I don't care whoever agrees or disagrees with him, that it shouldn't happen to no black man at all.
Yes. 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 Now I know that he was just going through a situation with Cynthia G. Both have points that I agree and disagree with. And I hope that they do not continue fighting each other. They need to really work things out. They really need, because if people look up to them, and if they, because Tariq Nasheed, he does have good points. He talks about white supremacy, what we need to do to stop it. Cynthia G does as well, but we do not need to be having them to fight each other. They need to find a way to work together. Now, as far as the FBI situation, this is all because of a beef he's having with a white gamer by the name of Ice Poseidon. Ice Poseidon was at a Denny's having a conversation with an Asian guy by the name of another YouTuber by the name of Asian Andy. And basically, they were talking about the Chocolate Rain guy. And basically, when they added his race and talk about saying the N-word, some black folks over at Denny's checked those guys. They were almost about to beat Ice Poseidon up. Looks like KD has left. So, yes, that was true, Cap. I did watch that video. At first, Tariq Nasheed didn't want beef. Yeah. Tariq Nasheed didn't want to fight Cynthia G. But that's not what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the beef that Tariq's having with Ice Poseidon. And like I said, if you want to join in and have your say, click on the link here. If you want your say on the situation, just click on the link and it'll be good to talk with you. But yes, August Stream, yes, the swatting. Apparently, either him or fans of him or just some racist in general decided to do what is called swatting. Is when you make a false report that gets the cops over to raid your house, to the point where they even have to get the SWAT team, and basically they arrest you, raid your house, or have you killed. It's had people killed before. Tariq Nasheed even said that he wasn't the only victim. There was a victim in Kansas that did the same thing that Tariq did, and unfortunately, that guy in Kansas got killed. But yes, basically, Ice Poseidon's fan club called the police and said that Tariq Nasheed was in a bomb threat or had bombs, and basically they located Tariq Nasheed's address, and that's exactly what happened. Because in the hopes of getting Tariq Nasheed arrested to the point of being in jail or killed, but it didn't work. It backfired, and this is all because Tariq Nasheed posted in his sorry about that. Posted in his Twitter the video of Ice Poseidon being checked by those black guys that wanted to fight Ice Poseidon, and Ice Poseidon did not want nothing to do with those black guys because Ice Poseidon knew he was going to get his butt kicked. And then Tariq Nasheed, people are now saying that Tariq Nasheed is going to war with a lot of the racist gamers, a lot of the gamers who are claimed to be racist. So yeah, it's very unfortunate what happened with Tariq Nasheed. I do watch his videos. I do get some good points. I mean, there are also some stuff I disagree with Tariq Nasheed, but he also talks good points. Wow. I mean, and now if I find any reason to go against him, then I would. But he does have some good points. That's why I do, in some way, I'm not saying like I'm the big fan or agree with everything, because there are things I do disagree with Tariq Nasheed that will make me want to back away. But whatever happened to him should not have happened to him. And I do support some of the stuff he is doing. Yes, there was a news report. Yeah, I can see that some of you are hypocritical of Tariq Nasheed. But anyway, still, we have to be on code as a black community. Even in times when when people in the white community disagree with each other, when it's something that goes against their community, they get on code. They get on code to protect the race, not just the individual. Even if they're not protecting the individual, they get on code is because they're trying to protect the community collectively. That's what the black community needs to do. We need to settle, even if we're still disagreeing and fight each other. When our community is being attacked by the outside, that's the time when we need to come together as a unit to fight an even greater enemy that can destroy all of us in the black community. I mean, there are people that are on code, liberal and conservative, that are trying to defend Roseanne. That's another topic I want to talk about, the Roseanne situation. As y'all know, Roseanne's show was canceled. And there were some white folks, both Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative, that were on code of trying to defend her. First of all, to tell you the truth, Roseanne should have never had her own show in the first place, especially with the history of racism that that she is known to do. I mean, even Mr. Superboy Harvey, of those who and yes, August Dream, right. Even if we disagree with Tariq, we might fight in-house, but when we're outside, we stay on code. Yes. And Tariq Nasheed does have points that to fight against white supremacy. He does want to fight against white supremacy in his own way. You think he's like acts like a Mac Daddy or something like that, but he also knows that if his community is strong, he benefits strongly. He benefits more if his community is strong. And yes, Kat, Roseanne is a particular type of racist. And she never, and you're right, she didn't want to take responsibility. For those of you who know, Roseanne's show was canceled because she made racist tweets about one of Obama's advisors by the name of Valerie Jarrett. Now, despite your issues with Valerie Jarrett or Obama, racism is still racism, and we should not accept when someone is being the target of racism. And Roseanne, she crossed the line, and the ABC CEO, along with Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, the company that owns ABC, immediately canned her show. But what makes things worse is they should not have ever gave her show in the first place. That's why I hold accountable the president of ABC, who's a black woman by the name, hold on, Channing Dungey. Hold on, let me get the name of the CEO. I want to show a picture of the CEO. Dungey. That's what his name is. That's what her name is. Sorry about that. All right. Does anyone see on the screen here? Yeah. This is the woman who runs ABC. Her name is Channy Dungey. You see, despite the fact that we agreed on her removing the show and removing Roseanne off the pit out of the picture, we also have to blame her too, Miss Dungey right here. We also have to hold Miss Dungey accountable. Hold on. I think I lost your the one thing I hold on. I want to hear what y'all say in the comment section because I think I accidentally did something. So I'm gonna try to find my comment section so that we can continue on with the live stream. This won't take long. I'm trying to get the control room back. Her name is Roseanne, not Roxanne. But yeah, I also held Channing Dungey. Did I say Channing Tatum? I'm sorry, Channing Dungey accountable for the fact that Roseanne was even able to get a platform in the first place. You had the people who work on the show Blackish who wanted to do an episode about the people kneeling during the national anthem. But you ended up cutting that episode because you didn't want a bunch of racists getting angry, especially the president of the United States. You wanted to cut that episode. I mean, I like Blackish. I admit, I like the show Blackish. They do, despite being a comedy, whether you disagree or agree with the show, they do have good topics that are kind of important to the Black community. So I'll praise Blackish, the show Blackish, for that. And they're like the 21st Century Cosby Show because you have a spinoff show evolving with the oldest daughter called Grownish on Freeform, and where she's in college. It does follow the Cosby Show pattern. But anyway, you had that episode. Channing Dungey had that episode cut, and now there's a petition going on. I hope I can find the petition. I'm going to actually try to find that petition. I think I have it up here. I hope I kept that petition around. Ooh. Oh, hold on. I think I found it, but all right, I'm going to show y'all the petition that was recently just made concerning the Blackish episode. So bear with me. Wait, if I'm still even on. All right. Oh no, I may have actually already had it, but I'm going to share it anyway. All right, this is the petition to get the show aired. Yeah, you know what? I heard about that Dark Void that they took off Agent Carter. I'm not sure if that was the real reason, but yeah, there was a part of the episode where Agent Carter did try to hook up with the black guy, the black scientist, and there were some people that were mad about that. That's why some people are mad at Supergirl, a show that's on CW, because you had the black guy playing who was originally a white character, Jimmy Olsen, but he goes by James on the show. He had not one but three relationships with white women. One was the sister of Lois Lane's, or at least she's the then you had, of course, Supergirl herself. That ended. And then now you have one with Lena Luthor, with the sister of Lex Luthor. So yeah, a lot of white racist men now, some black people were actually angry about that too, because we're angry that that James hooked up with white women, just like they're angry with the Flash hooking up with the ISIS character, Iris character on the Flash, because originally Iris was white in the comic books, but ever since that show came on, they made Iris a black character. So there are people within both the white and black community that are angry about these interracial couples, because they think that both races agree that there's this interracial agenda. Yeah, August Dreams, says that she doesn't watch shows that promote swirling, because there is, other than the gay agenda, there's this interracial agenda that's going on. So I bet you're not going to watch the upcoming Cloak and Dagger show. But anyway, now back to the band episode of Blackish. The episode of Blackish was supposed to talk about the situation of people kneeling for the flag, and ABC decided to not do it, or at least the chairman, the current CEO, decided not to have that episode. And then she tried to make an excuse saying that it was a mutual agreement. And then then she decided to put the Roseanne reboot or show back on the air. Now, the creators of Blackish were very unhappy because they wanted the episode of involving the kneeling of the flag. Even another creator of the show, a creator by the name of Kenya Harris, who is, I think that's his name. There's a couple people behind the scenes who work on Blackish. That might end up leaving ABC Network and might even try to take the show with them. So, but now you have this petition going on to yes. Oh, good, August Dream, you signed the petition. Okay. By the way, I'm going to put a link in the description box if y'all want to go in, even for a little while, or maybe open up a second tab on your computer to look at the this the link right here if y'all wanted to check out the petition for yourself. Oh, good Shadow Assassin. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. That's good. That's good, August Stream. You signed. I think I signed as well. If not, I'm gonna sign. But yeah, let me see if I can look at more information on this this petition. Hold on. So basically, now I don't know when the position when the signatures have to be put in, But yeah, I put in the link that yeah, it says here that they're demanding the episode to be aired. Another thing we could do to maybe help get the episode air is we need to boycott ABC if they refuse to air the episode. That will be one way to also do it. If you think that ABC is being not fair, for those of you who want the episode to air, sign the petition. If you have to create a boycott against ABC to send a message, or the Disney Corporation in general, and to help support black creators, then that's what we're gonna have to do. If y'all want this episode to be aired, you have to send a message to these mainstream media corporations that if you're not going to air us in a positive light, if you're not going to put on shows or episodes that are in our favor, that you're not going to watch their channel no more. You're going to go to other platforms, or you're going to create your own platforms. Another thing we have to do, we're going to have to start creating our own channels on television, or support black streaming websites like Qualiv TV and black projects and shows that are on, that do support us in a positive image, or that are on stuff like Quality. We have to send a message to companies like ABC that they need to air the episode and not put on stupid racist stuff like the Roseanne show. That's my what I have to say. See, these media corporations, they're not gonna always be in our favor. Matter of fact, majority of the time they're not. So, but if we, every once in a while, they will put something that we may like and may put us in a positive view. They may slip something right in because they know the value of our viewership and our money. If they go full against black people will eventually uprise and not support that platform, and will just support their competitors or create our own. They know they have to at least put one thing that is going to favor us, but we're going to have to do more so we can start getting more things that favor us. We have to do these petitions. We're going to have to do some boycotting if necessary. Yeah, we're gonna also have to start when people have stuff that is black owned and black creative. Another thing is we have to support stuff that is black owned and black creative. We're gonna have to do that. I was gonna do a live stream one day, and I'm even gonna try to see if get this one guy by the name of POV Hilarious D to maybe join in, because he has some projects he wants to that he's going to try, he's been working on, and I was going to talk about the importance of supporting black creators even on mainstream media, and supporting black shows and projects even if they're on big media, if it means black media creating its own campaign. All right, August Dream here says these people at ABC. Hold on a second. I'm going to click this off, but I left the link. All right. All right. I'm going to fix that. All right. I'm just going to go back. August Stream says these people at ABC are such hypocrites. They'll feature a show like Roseanne a white supremacist, but won't show an episode of Blackish dealing with the NFL boycott. Yeah. And one reason was because Donald Trump probably had some influence. I mean, he said that he was only going to agree with the Disney. I bet you that was a way to also pander to Trump, because Disney is trying to do a merger with some of the Fox assets, not with Fox entirely. There's still going to be separate companies that won't own each other, but Fox is trying to sell a lot of their movie and television assets because 21st Century is almost completely about to go out of business. The Fox network and the Murdoch family are going to close down 20th Century Fox and just focus on their news, their sports channel, and their business channel. Disney is not going to own Fox as a whole. Fox will still be independently owned by the Murdochs, but that's going to be only their news department, business department, and their sports department. But Fox needs more money, so they're going to sell away 20th Century Fox to either Comcast or Disney. And I guess Disney wanted to make sure that the government approved their merger if they win the Fox rights, because a lot of people are more in support, even people who are against Trump but are comic book fans of the X-Men and Fantastic Four, are hoping that Disney wins the bid war against Comcast for the rights to the X-Men and Fantastic Four characters, and the possible merger that might continue. They're in the process of merging with 20th Century Fox after Fox Networks and the Murdochs sell them away. First of all, Mario Corners, welcome to my live stream. And I guess because they found out that Donald Trump kind of agrees with the Disney Fox deal, why at the same time he's against the AT&T Time Warner deal and maybe against Comcast. The only reason why Donald Trump is agreeing with the Fox deal is because he's friends with the Murdochs, and that one of Rupert Murdoch's sons might want to join Disney one day. Might. But anyway, so they probably, one way to please Bob, to please them was for ABC to bring in the Roseanne show, because Roseanne is a Donald Trump supporter. So I don't think Disney likes Donald Trump. I don't think Bob Iger likes Disney, and Bob Iger like Trump. But if they want the Disney Corporation, if the Disney Corporation wants that merger, if they win against Comcast, they have to do something in the government's favor in order for the merger to happen. So I don't think Disney likes Trump. Although I do have personal issues with Disney. I do maybe watch a few Disney stuff, but I also at the same time have some personal issues with Disney at the same time. I do like the Black Panther movie, but technically the government can have a say, because when companies want to merge, there's a law that is against monopolies. You see, there's this thing where some companies are trying to form monopolies and stuff. August Dream, and the government can stop mergers from companies from having mergers because of the fear of monopolies. There are a few that may get approved because they also know that the best way for businesses to thrive and for consumers to have fair shakes when it comes to buying products is for businesses to compete. Now, the mainstream media does have Disney does have competitors like Comcast and like Viacom and like Time Warner. Those are their competitors. So it's not a full-fledged monopoly. But some people in the FCC and the Department of Justice and the government in general, including Congress and maybe even in that White House, do not like mergers to happen because it forms monopolies. And when monopolies forms, prices goes up and it hurts consumers. Or that Donald Trump may not like certain media outlets to have special business in favor of the media outlets because he doesn't like the political views of certain media outlets. That's why people think that this month the AT&T Time Warner deal might end up crashing and failing. Hopefully you understand this, August Streams, because Trump does not like CNN, because CNN has done news reports against Donald Trump that are in favor against Donald Trump, that are oppositive of Donald Trump's policies. And the only reason why, and Donald Trump may not want the Comcast to succeed in winning the bid war for the 20th Century Fox movie and television assets, because if Disney or Comcast gets those assets, they can control a lot of media influence. That's what both Disney and Comcast and Time Warner right now are the big three of the big six of media outlets. Fox was like number 4, and I think Viacom, which is the owners of BET, Nickelodeon, MTV, Paramount Pictures, Paramount Network, that was also a part of the Big Five. And I think the 6th one was CBS or some other company. And I think there's now actually a 7th, and that's Sinclair. They're owning a lot of local media outlets. Yes, August Dream. He hates any outlets that don't speak. That's why the only news outlet he's actually in favor of is the Fox network. That's the only news outlet. And then the only other media conglomerate that he's in favor of right now is this one called Sinclair Broadcasting that owns half of the country's local media outlets. Those are the 2 outlets he's in favor of because they have conservative views and Trump favorable views. I really would like to hear your say, August Stream. If you want to join in the platform, like I said before, if you want to join in, here's a link to the if you want to join in. Because sometimes I will do like panels talking, but sometimes I also like myself. But right now, you kind of very vocal, and that's very good, August Stream. I would like to hear from you in the panel. If we can create a new panel, I know we had KD and True Roy found there earlier, but I think they went to Information Man's channel because he has a platform coming up, and that's good. Maybe I might go over there if I finish in time to see his. But yeah, as far as Roseanne goes, she deserved what happened to her. She should not have a platform. She's even blaming the president's wife, Michelle Obama. And then if you had watched the show, did you know that there was a little black girl that was supposed to be her granddaughter in the show? The little black girl that was in the Roseanne show recently even said that she's upset at Roseanne. I mean, a lot of her co-cast cast members of her show are upset with her. In fact, some of the cast members didn't want to work with her in the first place, but I guess they did it for money. Even Wanda Sykes, she was a producer for the show. She left. The little black girl said that now she thinks Roseanne hates her because of the Reese's tweets. First of all, her parents should have told her this is what America really thinks of black people. Okay, I never watched the show either, August Dream. I'm like, not everyone in the world deserves to have a platform, and Roseanne Barrs was one of those. That's why Mr. Superboy in its entirety on social media warned us about Roseanne and what she's done. She dressed up as freaking Hitler she dressed up as freaking Hitler, making Jewish cookies or something like that from an oven. And then she's going to go like, I'm Jewish too. But basically, Roseanne, when you saying that you're Jewish, dressed up as Hitler and making Jewish cookies, that's telling you're basically the Jewish community's coon. You're basically doing things at the expense of the Jewish community. That's what you're saying, Roseanne. Not saying that. Well, basically, you're what the Jewish community will call their kind of coon. Basically, the Jewish community's sellout. You sold out the Jewish community. That's basically what Roseanne is. And Roseanne, she has a history of racist tweets or racist actions. But yet, Channing Dungey wanted to limit the episodes. And by the way, Blackish ended up beating Roseanne, I think, in a couple of ratings. Roseanne's ratings were already starting to tank before the situation, and I think Blackish was still trying to increase their ratings. I think. Yeah, I kind of understand August Dream. I think Blackish is still doing good. Blackish is still going to be on the air. Blackish is still going to be making more episodes. They're going to have an upcoming season. Same with Grownish. It's spinoff show Grownish. See, that's another. That's the thing. Karma came to Roseanne. Blackish is still going to be on the air. Its spinoff Grownish is still going to be on the air. Roseanne will not be on the air, and Roseanne has herself to blame. But I also put the blame on the black woman who runs ABC, Channing Dungey. And I even blame Disney for giving her a show in the first place, knowing that she would cause this kind of trouble. But you didn't want an episode about people kneeling during the national anthem. You didn't want that because you didn't want to piss off racists. Now, I'm not sure if I have any other topics. Roseanne was... Oh, yes, I understand that. Yeah, I guess Disney and other media outlets will try to get more. I mean, I understand you want to grow your audience, but also at the same time, here's what they could have done to get that audience. They could have still had the Roseanne show on as long as she didn't act stupid, because everyone has the right to have a political view. Roseanne still has that right, but they could still also be fair to Blackish and have certain episodes they want to do. And then I wouldn't be as mad at Channing Dungey and Roseanne as I am now. I wouldn't be mad at Roseanne. I just won't watch the Roseanne show. I'll still watch Blackish. Blackish would have their episode. And basically, as long as Roseanne didn't act like a retard, basically, I would have been cool with that. But no, they did not want to do that. They wanted to act fair. They want to throw one audience under the bus and focus on another audience at the expense of another audience, throw another audience under the bus. And that's why we have the situation we have now. That's why I have no sympathy for Roseanne and for the people, the CEO of NBC and anyone in that organization. Because at the end, karma will come to bite you. That's, yes, August Dream. But what I said was, I mean, people have a right to people's political views. They still should have been fair to Blackish. Yeah. If you want to create a network that has all types of audiences, you should have, that's what you should have done. You should have created a network that was for all audiences if you wanted a diverse audience. I'm not talking about just Roseanne or just Blackish. I'm talking about the whole entire channel. If an entire television channel or movie studio wanted to a platform where the customers will have if all customers wanted to watch something, that television channel should have one show for one audience and another show for another audience and be fair with all people. They did not want to do that, and now they are stuck in the situation that they are in. And this is also why Black people need to start investing in their own media. We have social media platforms like Blackspot.com. That's the Facebook of Blackspot. The YouTube of Blackspot is Blackspot TV. The Facebook of Black Junction of the Facebook of the Black Facebook is blackjunction.com, and what people calling the Black YouTube is Blackspot TV. We also have streaming platforms with Quality TV. Yes, that's another thing. You're not really diverse if you have only one show that is an all black cast show or a predominantly black cast show. You cannot call yourself diverse if only you have a token. They're saying Blackish is basically the token show. You know, you have on Star Wars, you have the token character being Finn. I mean, I watch Star Wars, but if you're going to have the token Finn be just a token, why should I still continue to support Star Wars? That's why I was very happy that Solo bombed. Basically, Blackish is the token black person of an entire channel. You had another show that catered. Now I know that there are supposed to be more shows. You had another show called The Mayor. Now, people may have had some disagreements with the show, but that too was also a show. It was about a black man who was a local rapper who ends up being the mayor of his town. You can't, and that show actually had some good reviews, yet you still canceled it. You still canceled it. I bet you the real reason why Solo bombed Dark Void was because a lot of black people didn't pay their money. We're supposed to be the biggest consumer. Some people were not in favor of Donald Glover being a pansexual. Yes, you did watch the Mayor August stream. Yes. Now I kind of like the Mayor, although I did have some issues with the character, but I think that good approval of having some improvements might help the show. But you didn't even give it a chance. Even if the show had good reviews, because it kind of did have good reviews, you still canceled it. Why did you cancel it? Another good show, I think was I forgot. And I also heard that they scrapped some projects. But now, because of the cancellation of Roseanne, they might go into looking into those projects that they scrapped. They're now might be reinvesting in some of those projects. I don't know what they are and who's starring them and what it's about because I didn't look into more information. But now they're considering looking at what they turned down and maybe now start focusing on working on that. I bet you The Root is going to blame black straight men for not supporting Donald Glover playing a pansexual character, and they're going to probably blame that for Solo bombing. And if you're going to do that, then why should I still continue supporting Star Wars then? I mean, because I do like Star Wars. I do have some of the movies. But why would I still, if you're going to blame black people for why your movie bombed, for not supporting a pansexual black character, that being the only black character on the movie, why should we support? Why should we support Kathleen Kennedy? Because a lot of white people hate Kathleen Kennedy's work on the Star Wars show, on the Star Wars movies. Well, that's good to hear, August Dream. That's good. That's why a lot of black people are catering to Marvel, to Kevin Feige. Kevin Feige is this white guy who runs Marvel Studios. Now, there are some issues with Marvel, but not to the point where it looks like it's trying to really hurt the black community, because people love the Black Panther movie. See, you had a good movie, you had good characters. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing about Kathleen Kennedy. She's a feminist. Now the racist thing, I'm not sure, but I heard that Kathleen Kennedy is rumored to be a feminist at least. I mean, but I would not be surprised if she has racist views too. Yeah, because she really highlights. Now, I understand you wanted to do movies with positive female leads because Rey's a good character, Jen was a good character, but don't do it at the expense of your black audience or any audience, especially not the black audience. There was a report that The Last Jedi, I was probably among the 4% of the black community that actually watched the Star Wars Last Jedi movie, because people are starting to realize that there's a lot of black people are not into the Star Wars franchise. But now, because of what they did, what Kathleen Kennedy did, you may have the gay pansexual blacks that may support the movie, but you're now going to lose even more audience within a certain group communities, or you're going to just lose an audience in general, because there's a lot of white men and a lot of white people that are also against Kathleen Kennedy's involvement with Lucasfilm. She's the CEO. She was the appointed CEO of Lucasfilms after Disney bought it. She only is answerable to Bob Iger. Bob Iger is her boss. But as far as Lucasfilms, she's the head honcho of just that one studio. But she is answerable to the Walt Disney Company. And after seeing what happened with the Solo movie, if Episode 9 or any other Star Wars projects fails, it looks like Disney is going to have to pull the plug on her. That's why Disney right now is only happy with the people running Pixar, the Disney Animation Studio, and Marvel Studios. Disney is happy with them right now. And yes, Dark Boy, I think George Lucas could still try to stay behind. What George Lucas should do is what John Lasseter did, and was find some way to stick around so that he could continue running things. John Lasseter runs Pixar. He found John Lasseter founded Pixar. Pixar, it was not always a Disney-owned company. Disney happened to buy them in 2006 when Pixar was doing animated films for the first time back in the 90s, with the first film that being Toy Story. Former Apple owner Steve Jobs were the founders of Pixar, and they ended up with a partnership, not complete ownership at that time, but a part. And he stuck around, and he still happened. But yeah, George Lucas, after he sold his company, they just basically he just basically left and just gave everything away. But I bet you, and you're right, Dark Boy, I bet you he's regretting that mistake now. I bet you he's regretting that mistake there. Yes, August Dream. He sold almost everything. He didn't even stick around. I mean, Stan Lee, he kind of stick around because he does those cameos on a lot of the Marvel movies, even on some of the Fox-owned Marvel movies, like the X-Men. But George Lucas, he just blatantly left. He just left and just let his company get completely taken over. John Lasseter didn't do that. He still stuck around so he could still run Pixar as the CEO, because he founded the company. He was one of the founders, but he wanted to make sure that Disney did right, so he stuck around. George Lucas just left. And now you have Kathleen Kennedy just basically doing whatever she wants. And a lot of Star Wars fans, even the old school ones, despite of what race, religion, orientation, or whatever, are not in favor of Kathleen Kennedy. And that is why I kind of don't know what else to talk about. So I'm actually going to get off. I might go to Information Man's channel to see what's going on over there. For those of you who are still here, thank you for watching my live stream. I might do another one tomorrow, and then also I don't know which live stream I might be plan on doing. I might try to do a live stream on the on black film, upcoming films and television projects that evolve with the black community. I'm also going to talk about what this company called Black Sands Entertainment is doing. I think I'm going to try to talk about that in the next live stream because it does evolve with the topic that I want to talk about. But that's going to be something I talk about in another live stream. I'm also trying to get some guests, including some people who have movie projects. I think I'm trying to get POV Hilarious to join in a live stream, and that might be the one I do. And so whenever I can get him is when I'm going to do the topic on the black films and stuff like that, upcoming black films, and I want to talk about some projects he's doing. But anyway, I'm about to end this live stream. Thank you for everyone who showed who came to this live stream. I appreciate it, and I hope to do more live streams in the near future. Thank you, and I hope to speak to you in another video.